Hello, welcome to the first in the brand new NCFE 20-minute theories T-level series. This series aims to break down each of the theoretical and pedagogical approaches covered in the Education and Early Years T-level into bite-sized videos in tutor and student-friendly formats. Today's 20-minute session will support understanding of the what you need to teach aspect of the qualification specification. This will support in teaching and learning and formative assessment activities for Element 2, supporting education. In this video, over the next 20 minutes, we will focus on knowledge point 2.3, connectivism theory. So, let's have a look at what will be covered in today's session on connectivism. We will define the key principles, explain pedagogical approaches, explore evidence which supports connectivism theory. And throughout the video, we will shine a spotlight on important terms. At the end of the video, links will be made to teaching and learning activities to support the delivery knowledge point 2.3 with relation to connectivism theory. So let's begin. We'll start by exploring the key principles of connectivism theory. Technology. Technology supports many of the learning sequences identified by earlier theory. Students have greater access to online information, ideas, and communities of learning. Nodes are objects, a person, a book, a web page that can be connected as part of a learning network. Diversity of opinions and sources is key. Links. Learning occurs when students make links between nodes, and they continue to make and maintain connections to form knowledge. Know how and know what is replaced by know where to find the knowledge. Currency. Knowledge is quickly obsolete and learning is a continual process. Learning is more critical than knowing. Informal. Formal learning no longer makes up the main way knowledge is acquired. Now to pause this video and thought track ideas of how you use the key principles of connectivism theory in daily routines and in your learning. Making your own links to the theory will help to increase understanding of what the theory means and how links could be applied in education and early years. So what pedagogical approaches support connectivism theory? Let's begin with massive open online courses, or MOOCs. It refers to short courses offered online via distance learning. Most of the time, they're free. Instead of having lectures and seminars every day, MOOCs are taught entirely online. Contact with lecturers is made by email and group discussions take place over forums. Coursework and assessment work differ depending on the course you take and which establishment is offering the programme. Generally, you'll be looking at a few weeks per course, which will require a couple of hours each week. Can you find some examples of MOOC? What are the advantages and disadvantages, do you think, of using a MOOC? Next, we have social networking. Social media connects students to a wide range of current sets of knowledge across the globe. It allows for multimedia content that may not be available through other sources. For example, the trips to a Reggio Emilia setting in Italy has lessened in opportunity. However, on social media, a Reggio Emilia setting could be followed and sneak peeks of inside a working setting will be shown, thus increasing visual knowledge of what the school of thought looks like in practice. Social media allows for social discussions regarding a key subject. Asking a question in a forum could get 100 responses that could be used to further explain and influence your understanding. There's also an exchange of knowledge and information in this way, encouraging connection through experiences. Can you use an example of when social media has connected you to a piece of knowledge that has influenced your practice or thinking? Next, we have gamification. This is used to inspire its users to engage with content and make learning enjoyable and permanent. The tasks will be created to practice a certain skill, such as times tables, and will often include rewards such as points or stars. In primary school, for example, a maths gamification platform could be used where the classes compete against each other, and then the winning class may receive a treat. Can you think of a way that gamification could be used to make a topic more interesting? And finally, we have immersive learning, using tools such as virtual reality. It enables the learner to use the digital world to make connections to the natural environment. NCFE provides a virtual reality platform called Nursery View, where learners can experience a realistic nursery setting remotely to enhance their learning experience and improve their confidence. Can you find some examples of immersive learning? What are the advantages and disadvantages of using this type of learning? Pause the video at this point to extend your discussion with your peers. So far, we've explored approaches. Now let's discuss the evidence which supports these approaches in practice. Using mobile devices in the classroom used to be frowned upon, but we now utilise and embrace them as part of our teaching and learning. During the COVID pandemic, this has been accelerated, and we now have access to so much more in terms of learning delivery strategies. Both Downes and Siemens worked on the connectivism approach. Downes considered the use of mobile devices, collaborative working, as well as the use of virtual libraries, including videos and podcasts. Siemens' learning theory for the digital age and massive open online courses introduced innovation into education that continues to be influential in the way that we learn today. Leuven-Wenger's community of practice focuses on the social ways in which groups of people learn in group situations, specifically when there is a shared learning aim or interest. Unlike Siemens and Downes, the community of practice theory considered by Leuven-Wenger included face-to-face meetings. Communities develop their practice through a variety of methods, including problem solving, requests for information, seeking the experiences of others, reusing assets, coordination and synergy, discussing developments, visiting other members, mapping knowledge, and identifying any gaps. Peer collaboration can be a powerful tool. What do you think the pros and cons of this type of learning is? Confident understanding of the vocabulary puts you in a strong position for core exams and for professional discussions. Using theory to support your practical activities and planning, teaching and assessment demonstrates a deep level of understanding of child development and learning principles. Here's some technical language that we've used already today in this session. Teaching and learning ideas can be found in the tutor pack available on the NCFE website to support in this area. Here is an activity that you could try right now. Working in small groups or independently, consider these questions and write a summary of key aspects raised. Remember to give your own viewpoints as well as listening to the thoughts of others. Identify any examples of how you've experienced online learning. What have been the pros and cons of learning online, and how do these compare with the views of others? Did you all have similar experiences and thoughts? Do you think that online learning is a solution that works for everyone? Don't forget to explain your thoughts. Following the discussion, write a reflective account to summarise the discussion, or if completing this independently, summarise the key points raised. So let's reflect on what has been discussed in this 20-minute theorist episode. Hopefully, you can now understand the key principles of connectivism theory, have an explanation of pedagogical approaches and their application, explore the evidence used to underpin the knowledge, the theory, and also think about that vocabulary and/or models that have been used. You should be able to explain the approaches which are applied in practice, which are underpinned by the pedagogy of connectivism. Finally, feedback and evaluation can be given using the QR code on the screen. This helps us know what you enjoyed and what we can improve next time. I hope the objectives of this session were achieved and that attending this session was valuable and will have a positive impact on your teaching and learning. Thank you for listening.